If you're engaging with the Christian faith in any way, whether it's wondering about it, whether it's being a new Christian, whether it's having been a Christian for a long time, one of the things that might cause some confusion, usually it does, is the concept of God being three persons and one. And I guess the first thing I'm just going to say is that I suppose it's not all bad that we can't understand everything about that, because it would be fair to say that if we could grasp everything there is to know about God, then is God really God? But anyway, I'm going to try and give you something helpful today, which I hope it's helpful in terms of trying to understand that. I'm going to share with you an analogy about how to help that might be helpful to understand this concept, which we in the Christian circles call the Trinity. I'm going to share with you an analogy about family. Before I do, I'm just going to say a couple of things. One, any analogy is imperfect. So this is going to be an imperfect analogy, just like all the others. And the second thing I'm going to say is that I recognize that everyone's experience of family is different, and I might be talking about an ideal or a concept of family which is different to yours. Please just take it as a generalization. So for me, family, there's three aspects of family. One is the people who bring us into the world. Without our parents of some form, we wouldn't even be here. So there are ordinarily two people who bring us into the world. And that meets a definition of family, which we can either have a relationship with or not. That's the reality. The second part of it is the people who bring us up, and sometimes that's different from the people who bring us into the world. The people who we grow with, who live with us, who walk alongside of us, who form us and teach us, and who sacrifice much in order to be able to give us the opportunities that life has before us and to be able to help us to be able to live our life. Again, that's an ideal, and that's not always our biological parents. But that's another concept of family. And the third concept is once we leave home and we go out independently, family doesn't cease to exist for us generally. And family means something new and different. It might mean that part that's deep within us, which helps us to know who we are, helps us to know the truth of whether we're accepted and loved for who we are. And again, that's an ideal that not everyone experiences. But that if we know and are connected to our family as we grow, then that gives us an incredible power and helps shape who we are going forwards, for better or for worse. And they're the people around us that encourage us still, the people that we know we can go to. And family might be more conceptual than actually day-to-day living, but it's still real. And so in many times we're talking about that one family still, the family that brings us into the world, that helps us to grow and that continues to encourage and empower us. And that ideal of family, I think, is a helpful analogy to the three people of God. God the Creator, God who is Jesus, who came and who lived life with us, who taught us, who formed us, who showed us what life could be about, and who sacrificed much, in fact, everything, in order to be able to give us the opportunities to be able to really live our lives and live it to the abundant fullness. And then the Holy Spirit, which continues to speak into our hearts, tells us that we are loved, gives us the strength and the power and the encouragement in order to be able to live the lives that we are called to live and to become continually the best version of ourselves. So that's a concept, an analogy that may or may not be helpful for you as you think about the concept of God, three in one. I hope and I pray that it is helpful for you. And if you have any questions about that and you wanted to keep talking about it, I'd love to chat. Yeah. Okay. Hope you will. Bye.